Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, December 13th, 2024. Before I jump into the chart, just want to remind you that on Wednesday of this week, we put out two stock picks at wickedstocks.com, American Airlines and Broadcom. The week before, Okta and Roku, still relevant. You might want to check them all out for free by going to wickedstocks.com, taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll also get daily Triple Q and daily SPY analysis. And, the Triple Q is very a critical, chart study right now. I'm not going to go into it, as well as the SPY, really. There's a contradiction afoot. It's going to be interesting how the broader stock market plays out over the weeks ahead. Anyway, let's take a look at Tesla. It was about a month ago today, actually, that we settled for the first time above that 339 even, a 2-year channel top that set up 501.54 as a long-term objective, and the near-term target being 414.49. Now, we pushed through that this week. Are we going to close today above it? If so, I see that 501.54 likely now over the next, with the vertical nature of this, increasingly vertical, and the spike in volatility, we could actually see 501.54 by the end of January. I don't think you'd be surprised at that, given what's played out here over the last few weeks. But normally, I would call that a 2 to 3 month target if we close today above that 414.49, a previous all-time high from November 21. Let's take a look. We can continue. Actually, what I want to do is show you that on the daily chart, there is another support element just below 414.49, and that is in itself about a 2-week channel bottom, 413.48. So it really is about a 1-point range there. I'm not comfortable playing the short side into next week and really into later December unless we were to close today below 413.48. Now, if you look at the support resistance levels, our next meaningful support below 413.48 is 391.93. And I don't expect that today, but you never know if we have overnight weakness in the futures market. And if Tesla happens to open below 413.48, that could be the high area of the day. And yes, with that kind of a development, 391.93 wouldn't surprise me. But if we do happen to close below 413.48, I would expect 379.07 within 1 to 3 days, 2 to 3 days, actually, not necessarily one. Within 2 to 3 days, by the middle of next week, 379.07, and really over the next week or two, 361.92. And so I think this is the objective that you can play, that you can anticipate. We could bottom out at 379.07, obviously, and turn back up. I don't see that as a significant support, but just know that if we close today below 413.49, and that would, I don't need to remind you, also be a weekly settlement below 414.49. So that is just a push through that previous high and a settlement below today. That does allow the market to fall back. And so, yes, if we close today below the 413.48 to 414.49 region, I would continue to hold out the 361.92 rising channel bottom as a 1 to 2 week target. Could be potentially by the end of next week. 361.92 able to contain weekly selling pressures, possibly into later January from there. Then all day long, all week long, and really as we continue through the month of December, we do have this long-term support well below the market in the 333.03 to 339 even area. And the only scenario in which I would anticipate this as a zone that you could expect as an objective would be a settlement below the 361.92 channel bottom. I don't see a settlement today below 414.49, 413.48 as indicating 339 over the next few weeks. No, I think it's 361.92 within a week or two before the market then turns up again and could actually push to new highs within 2 to 3 weeks of testing 361.92. So, your 3 to 5 day out to 1 to 2 week swing trade reverses now and goes short. below 413.48, expecting 361.92. But until then, your 3 to 5 day and even your 3 to 5 month scenario remains bullish above 413.48 to 414.49. This despite the fact that we have yet to close a week above that 414.49 high. But if we do, then we are poised for 435.02 probably by the end of next week. These are wave counts, ABC patterns, and I'm not going to get deeply into those. I have described them several times already over the last week or two. 458.32 is more significant because it actually lines up with 458.32 is a 1 5/8 of the AB, the length between B and A. So if it's 1 5/8, you add that to B, and it takes you up to 458.32. Also, 459, it's not here anymore. I don't know where it went, but 459 and change is a BC pattern. So B minus C plus B, the full swing to the upside, takes you to 459 and change. I don't have that. We're not going to see that today, but we might see it over the next week to 3 weeks, somewhere in there, provided we close today, the week itself, above 414.49. And if we do close today above 414.49, that sets up 501.54 as a 2 to 3 month target. It's considered a longer term objective anyway, above 339 even. If we were then over the next couple of weeks to close above the upper 450s, we'll call it, then 501.54 is likely to be reached within 1 to 3 weeks of that. 501.54, a 5-year channel top, is a zone where all profits should be taken, in my opinion. Yes, if we close above it, then you jump back in the saddle on the long side of things on a longer term basis. But 501.54 is just such a structure that may well contain buying not only through the first quarter of 25, but possibly into later next year. Is there anything else to say beyond what I already have? I don't think so. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe, check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial on everything. I will be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla. You have a great weekend.